Hi, Vili Bracha. Blessings all. So you know the song, If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hands? Remember that as a kid in camp, right? That's, they got you to be sort of focused and obedient, because of course you're happy and you're in camp. So there's no question about that,
It all comes from the same song.
Huh?
It all comes, the same song.
Yeah,
It's a universal song about
it's universal, right? So if you're happy and you know it, then smile, right? Be smile. Then smile if you're happy, right? So how much does clapping your hands show that you're happy? How much does a smile show that you're happy? How much of it?
Actually, scientifically, someone who smiles a lot is a very lazy person. Seriously.
Yeah, okay.
Because
If you smile too much, you're a lazy person.
Because you use fewer muscles to smile than to frown.
Uh-huh. Okay, but good. Okay, I hear. But that's not my question. My question is, how much does a smile or clapping your hands show on your happiness? No. Yeah, that's my question, though.
Yeah. Just do it. Just smile. You don't even have to take effort to smile.
Right. So, and to be happy, how much does it reflect of your happiness? Minimally.
Small.
Very small. If you're really happy on the inside and you show it with a smile or clap your hands on the outside, it shows it minimally. Not only does it show it minimally, you could actually be faking it. On the inside, you're not happy, but fake it till you make it, so you're smiling, right? In other words, the outer expression of what's going on the inside is going to be minimal expression, if even a true expression, of what's going on inside of you. Does that make sense? Yet, by, even if you're not happy and you clap your hands, even if you're not happy and you smile, what could that do? Adios, amigo. What could that do, folks? Huh? Anybody? What could that do? It could make you happy on the inside. The idea, fake it till you make it, there's something to it, right? Yes. There is a point to it. That if you act something, you become something. Right? So you have, huh?
It makes other people happy too.
Yeah, makes other people happy, which in turn might make you happy, because when you see other people happy, often it makes you happier. Sometimes the opposite, like if you're really, oh, what are they all happy about, what are they all, right? Yeah. In any case, welcome to Tanya Today. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you Chabad Zrich and Kadesh Rav Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. We continue in the 27th letter. This letter is a letter of consolation to the Hasidim in the Holy Land of Israel in 1788, for they had lost their mentor, their teacher, their Rebbe, Mendel Haradoker. He had passed away. By just parenthetically, a story about him. It was once, there was loud blasts of the shofar. He was living in Israel. I don't know if it was in Tzfas or in Jerusalem at the time. I'm not certain. And it was like blasts of the shofar of Mashiach. So he went to the window and he sniffed. No, the Mashiach hasn't yet come. So they ask a question, why did he go to the window? Just sniff in your room. Because in his room, Mashiach was there. Right? In other words, he was redeemed. He's a holy person. He lived in a redeemed world. But the world out there wasn't. So you have to go to the window and smell what's out there, not what's around him. So this is who the letter is written to the followers of, and the Chassidim of Ramendel Haradoker, this holy person, to console. So the theme of the letter is that the righteous are more found, more available, more accessible after their passing than during their lifetime. Right? As the Zohar actually states, that after the righteous pass away, they are more found in all the worlds, not just the spiritual world. The spiritual world makes sense, but all worlds means this world too. They're more found and available. Today, finally, we're going to get the explanation. How could that be? The fact is, today, we can understand it not empirically, not intellectually, but by facts on the ground. Facts on the ground are there are more people inspired by Tanya today than in times of the Alter Rebbe. There are more people that are students and followers of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, of our dear Rebbe, even though over 30 years ago, he physically passed from this world. So his influence is greater, right? Napoleon's influence isn't greater today, right? The Tsar of Russia's influence is not greater today. Genghis Khan's influence isn't greater today. Even Albert Einstein's influence isn't greater today. Either mother, whatever, her, mother of whoever, isn't greater today. Right? We remember them, their greatness, but their greatness isn't greater. Because it's only truly, truly holy people that their greatness is greater. Because their greatness isn't, power. Right? Power meaning control. That's what their power was, control over people, right? The holy, their influence and their power is the power of holiness, is the power of their faith, their love and awe of God. So the Alter Rebbe explains like this in today's class. During their lifetime, the righteous live with a body, and their soul is expressed via the body. Meaning, with their words, the faith of God is expressed. With their words and actions, their love and awe of God are expressed. Your words and your actions are a vessel for the feelings and for the faith, but they're only a mere minor vessel that contain only a bit of it. You know what? In other words, when you're really happy and you smile, that smile is a mere ray of what's going on in your soul on the inside. It doesn't truly express what's going on the inside of you, your words or your actions, right? That's why our sages say that it takes 40 years to appreciate a teachings of the sages, because you're only getting a ray of it. And it's got to filter, and it's got to take time till you really connect, right? It takes time. So their holiness is radiating through the vessel called a body. their utterances, and also thoughts. But again, they only are a minor ray of their true attributes from within, the true power of the soul. But after they pass, they don't have a container, a body that now expresses who they are on the inside, right? They don't have a body that gives you a mouth to speak, right? An arm to extend and do a mitzvah. They don't have that. So our connection is directly to their soul that has a love and awe of God that remains, didn't go away. Faith in God that didn't go away because it's a quality of the soul. Breakfast went away, right? Materiality went away. Even the capability of expressing soulfulness went away. But the soulfulness didn't go away. Still remains. Right? So with this, we can appreciate when Jacob went in to get the blessings from Isaac, his father, right? He was getting them by coming in as if he was the older brother Esav, right? Getting the firstborn blessings. It says that he came in with the smell of Gan Eden. He came in, right, with Gan Eden, with the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is a spiritual world. It's a heavenly world. Yeah, but guess what? You know where that heavenly world is? Right here, right now. It's just I'm not righteous, so I'm not privy to it. The righteous are. So when Yaakov walks in, he walked in with Gan Eden. In the physical place where he was the spirit of Gan Eden there. Is that clear? Likewise, the righteous. They're here too. They're souls. Right? In Gan Eden. So they're not far. They're only far because we're a soul that's in a body, and because of that we have limitations. Mendel Haradak, as we told the story, right? He didn't have that limitation in his world. So he had to go to the window to smell the outside world, outside of him, to see what's going on in his world. Gan Eden, his world. Mashiach, his world. It's a pure world. That's all in his, right? And with that, we also understand that Gan Eden right now is enveloping me. And therefore, when I do a mitzvah, right, with the proper intent, what happens? That mitzvah is elevated, has wings that goes up to Gan Eden. Well, that Gan Eden is here. We say up because it's out of our privy. It's beyond us. Like as up and away is beyond us, right? The spiritual world is beyond us. So that's what we call it. Gan Eden is up there. It's here. And everything that we do here is recorded there, which is right here, right? So all the good that we do goes there and is recorded there. All the God forbid the opposite is in Gehenna, down there, as we call it. Down there isn't, it's here. It's not spatial. It's not a physical place. So it's not removed from here. So therefore the righteous are privy to that. To whatever God wants them to be privy to. They're privy to what's going on in Gehenna and hell and what's going on in heaven and Gan Eden. As from many stories, we know that reality. Many stories that they gave us a glimpse of what they knew, what they were aware of, right? So therefore, now that righteous person, that holy person, and the holiness can only come through Torah. Through Torah, meaning such, engagement in Torah, learning and study, right? It's not just like, oh, such a pure, good soul. No. It's really working, is making that your soul is the primary only reality. And you just happen to be in a physical body. Right? So that's what makes it now easy for the disciples of that holy person, that righteous person, to receive from them. Because they're not getting a ray of light that is by way of the body that limits the expression of the soul. They're getting it right from the soul. We're getting it right from the Ruach of the Alter Rebbe, getting it right from the Ruach of our Rebbe. What are we getting? Just what they have. What do they have? Faith, love, and awe in God. Wow. And it remains here because any holiness is never uprooted from its place. So they were here in this world, so it's not uprooted. It's not just in the spiritual realm, but it comes into this world. Right? Now, who gets this? We said disciples. It means anybody who has a bond with that individual. What's bond? What's a bond? A bond is love, an attachment. The stronger the attachment is, the stronger the feeling of love is, right? Of your inner heart's desire, the more it makes you attached to that person. And the more you get from that person what they have to give. And on the Ruach level of their soul, that now you're getting directly from, because you're getting from the soul's expression of love, awe, and faith of God, getting that directly. But we have to draw it to us through our bond. That takes work, of course. It takes work to develop the bond with a righteous person, that you feel that attachment. Many people feel attached to the righteous because, wow, amazing stories. Here it doesn't mean like, I'm wowed by you. I feel attached to you. I feel connected. It's different, right? Mostly, you look at like think about it in other terms, like, lahavdil elef havdolas, to make a separation 1,000 times over of of an athlete, right? You're wowed by the athlete. You feel a bond and a love and attachment. And here, when we say a love and a bond and an attachment, we don't mean like you're enthralled with them because like they, because what the athlete does for you, it makes you excited, gives you like, excitement because, whoa, your team won, and so you're feeling great. It's not a bond and attachment. It's just, they make you feel good. Or it's someone you look up to because, oh, that's like, oh, that's not a real bond and attachment. A real bond and attachment is to the person themselves, for who they are, as good people, as holy people, righteous people. And you have an attachment. And really, that attachment comes ultimately because it's an inherent attachment that we have to holy people, to the righteous, because they're righteous. The righteous means that their soul incorporates more than just their soul. ours too. That's really what it means. It's fascinating. Any questions, any thoughts? The higher worlds in Shamayim, here in this world or in the spiritual world. And this world is the spiritual world, because the spiritual world is not a physical world. We see Le'ilu Nishmas, so we mean for the ascent of the soul, that it should go higher and higher. So we use the term higher and higher, but we mean spiritually higher. It doesn't mean to go physically higher. It's not a spatial thing. And therefore, those worlds are here, right? It's not privy to us, that's all. Okay? Fascinating. Folks, a reminder, we're in the middle of our campaign. Many of you, I thank you very much for supporting the campaign. I know many of you already give or gave recently. If you can give still towards this campaign, whatever you can, and a little more than what you can, go a little beyond the comfort zone, that would be very, very much appreciated. And yeah, so charity.com/CZK, Chabad Zichron Kedeshim, CZK is the place. And again, thank you, thank you. And with that, we're going to go. Yeah, with that, there's no death. It's just change of worlds, exactly. It's a change of address, right? That's what it is. Yep, well said.
Can a student of a Rebbe today that is passed be as close to him as the students were with him when he was living?
Could be. It's possible. Not so easy, but it's possible. Yes. Yeah. All right, folks. Rambam coming up. Thank you. God bless.